What is going on YouTube? Chaos CM here bringing you another gameplay commentary on the map Slums. In this game I end up I think 63-0. It was a flawless gameplay and I recorded this using Theater, so I hope the quality's good. And why I used Theater was because it was like 1:30 in the morning and I was fixing my previous commentary, my competitive gaming commentary, and my friend texted me and asked me if I would want to play a few games with him. So I was like, whatever, I'll play a few games with you. I wasn't warmed up or anything, and I usually record all my games, but I wasn't warmed up or anything, so I didn't record it. I figured I wouldn't get a gameplay, and then I started playing, and then I noticed I started to get closer and closer to a swarm, and I was like, man, I might be able to get a gameplay out of this. And that's when I started playing a little bit more serious. But I'm using the MP7 with fast mags and the silencer. I think you don't really need anything else on that gun. It shoots really straight, does good damage, but I need to get extended mags or scavenger or something on that. I ran out of ammo so fast I had to go pick up this MSMC, and then I was just trying to. I thought this guy was gonna kill me right here. I was just trying to. I wasn't trying to get a gameplay. For one, it just kind of happened, and I think those are the best gameplays when you're not even trying. And then I realized that I didn't even know that I didn't die for the longest time. I had no idea. And then towards the end of the first round, I realized that I wasn't going to die, and then I was going to see where I could take this, but I end up 63-0, and I think I get 2 swarms. I basically spawn camp, just run back and forth in between their spawns, try to pick up these kills. And I luck out a few times. I almost die at the end of the first round. It was super close. If the round would have been 2 more seconds, I was probably dead. But I lucked out and ended the game with a flawless. I don't know what it takes to get the nuclear. I heard it was 25 or 30 kills without dying, and I think it's with your gun, but I got the brutal one, the 25 kills without dying, and I thought I was going to get the nuclear one, but turns out I didn't. I had to have been close if it's only gun kills, and I got the brutal, but whatever, I'll get it eventually. But this was my first ever flawless gameplay, and I was pretty pumped about it. It was 1:30 in the morning. I was so tired, and it just kind of happened. But I keep having to pick up different guns and swapping guns. I keep running out of ammo. But I just prestiged. I usually have scavenger on all of my classes, so that doesn't happen. But I just prestige, so I haven't unlocked it yet. And I usually run Ghost, Flak Jacket. I use Greed 1 and Greed 2, and I use Ghost, Flak Jacket, and then Scavenger, Toughness, and then Dexterity is my perk 3. And I think I use on this class. Yeah, I think that's what I was doing on this class. I was using. I think I had a flashbang and a nade on this one, but I don't think I used it once the entire game. I never use nades. I usually just do primary gunfighter and take a third attachment. And I must have forgot I even had them, because I don't think I used them once this entire game. But the first round is coming to an end, and you guys will see when I almost die. This is kind of where I noticed that I was getting close. And that I haven't died yet, and then I kind of started to panic a little bit. I really didn't want to die. I wanted to see how long I could stay up, and I started to get my streaks at the end of this round, but I didn't want to call them in. I didn't want to waste them on the first round, so I used them at the beginning of the second one, and I'm building up to my swarm right now. And right here, I try to just run out of here, and I start to get shot, and a couple more seconds, and and I would have been a goner. But man, the pro AM draft was today. That was good to watch. All the pros. I think there was 32 pros. Um, I don't know all of them. I know Scumpy and Farico Karma. I think Merc and Ego and all those guys were in there. And I think there was 32 teams. Yeah, and they picked up 3 people each. And ended up drafting 90 people and I think they said there was 2,000 that signed up, which is insane. 2,000 people wanted to play, and there were supposed to be 64 teams, but something happened. They ended up only doing 32, and I think that's this Saturday. I think it starts at 3 o'clock, and I'm sure all the pros will have it on their stream all around. So that'll be cool to watch. I know I'm gonna watch it. I got all day off, so I'm probably just gonna chill out and watch the amateur draft, see who's coming up. So that'll be cool. And then right here, I didn't know what was going on. They were spawning on both sides of the map, and then I was so close to my swarm. I was trying to get the capture points and not die. And luckily, I think my stealth chopper just gets the kills for me, so I can get this swarm right here, I believe. Yeah. So I end up getting, I think that's my second swarm, and my swarm got a bunch of kills for me in this game. For me, anyways, swarm's been kind of hit or miss, but I think right there I get 8 kills before anybody else. Yeah, 8 or 9 kills before anybody else gets a kill. My swarm is giving him the D, but I don't know what these kids were doing. Most of these kids, I don't even think these kids had eyes or hands. They just seem to run around aimlessly. They don't check their corners. Nothing. I don't know, but it works for me. It makes it easier getting gameplays when kids do not pay attention to what they're doing and just run in there and then set their controller down and let you shoot them in the face. But I don't know. Like I said, I think the best times to get gameplays is when you're not trying to get gameplays. When you're trying to get gameplays, you overthink it. You try to outsmart them, and you end up making dumb mistakes. And when you're just playing, you're just playing. And when gameplays like this come along, great. You know, that's what I found when I'm trying to get gameplays. When I'm grinding out, trying to get really good gameplays to post, it's usually a lot harder because I'm trying to push. When I usually run a VSAT, dogs, and swarm, and when I'm really trying to push for a gameplay, it usually doesn't work out. I always get to like right before my VSAT and I'll start to choke, or I will choke, and I don't know, when you're not doing a gameplay, when you're just playing for fun and messing around with your friends and you start to do good, that's basically what happened. Is I started to do good, and then I started to try to turn it into a gameplay. But a lot of the time you'll just start to do good when you're having fun with your friends, and you won't even realize it. Like, I didn't even know I didn't die until the end, towards the end of the first round of this. That's how little I was paying attention. But that's the end of the gameplay. Like if you enjoyed, favorite if you really liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, this has been Chaos CM.